So after Portugal, I flew from Porto to Brussels and decided to spend some time in Belgium. It was interesting. We're going to start with the accommodation tour. And what I can tell you was, this is a controversial one. Yeah, controversial one. It was the ups and downs of the roller coaster. I don't really want to spoiler alert this one because I had a bit of a rant about this one on another video I kind of recorded and never did anything with. So I'm going to play you the rant during this video as well as the room tour. And it will give you a sense of the whole wonderful experience. Let me come back to you after all of that. Okay. So here's the details from booking.com. The accommodation is called Apartment City. It is actually a chain, and so it's not just Brussels that you can find them in, but other places. This was during the pandemic, so that is something to take into account. But this should give you a bit of an idea picture-wise. It didn't look as pretty, but it was close to the colours and the decor that you do see above. On to the rant. However, there are some apartments, or should I say Apartment City in Brussels, that I experienced that wins the award for worst possible way of managing COVID and the cleaning policy. So this particular place is designed even for people who are going to be working. It's designed for long stays. It does have, I think, a lot of people who just stay for the weekend, but it's literally 3 to 5 minutes from a train station, and one that actually connects in with the Eurostar. So it's in a central part of Brussels. I think it's near the Southern Station, if memory serves. Anyway, the reason they win the award, so their policy was if you stayed 5 days or more, you had to move rooms every 5 days. They won't clean the room, you're going to do the work for them. So you had to move rooms, move floors, pack your stuff up, then unpack all your stuff. You had to move. You're not the guest, you're there to support them and the way they're doing things. Now, that did not make me happy because I had to move 3 times, which was not a good thing at all. But I still think the piece de resistance was an experience I had over the washing machine. So there did end up being a few self-serve laundromats nearby, and thankfully there was a front desk gentleman who was exceptional and offset a lot of the bad behaviour by the female manager, and her behaviour was atrocious. So I had spoken to the gentleman who ended up not being there for a couple of weeks. He was a young guy. When I checked in, and he showed me where the washing machine was, and he showed me, you can get these tablets from us, blah, blah, blah. So I got a few of those in advance, was all set to go. And I'm downstairs. She happens to be in one day. And I'm asking, just checking I can go and use the machine. And she has a go at me. And basically screams at me, "Who told you could do that?" I'm sorry, what part of guest is not clear to this woman? She should not be in any part of the customer-facing role. I don't know if she has any capacity as a manager, but she certainly has no capacity. So she's trying to question me as to which staff member told me I could. Then she went off her nut about it. And I said to her, "This isn't acceptable. What is it? This is part of the service you offer. What am I going to do?" So her response, and this is where I come back to the point I've made about the fact, is her response. She could have tried to help me. She could have said, "Look, apologies, this is against our policy. I'd like to help you. The machine is off limits." Firstly, she shouldn't have questioned me in the first place. Paying guest. And second, her behaviour. Now, let me explain. If you do this to any guest anywhere in the world, from my mind, you can kiss your career goodbye. She turned her back on me, went in her office and closed the door. That was her response. As you can imagine, I was not happy and I lost it. I was like, I beg your pardon, because normally I'm pretty polite. I lost it. Now, as I said, there was a gentleman on the desk. He was exceptional. He was friendly, he was fun, he did a lot of the night shifts, he was great. He did anything he could to be helpful. Really just generally decent, easygoing person. I talked to him on and off so frequently I ended up calling it Belgium school, because he just could tell me so many things. He'd be talking about music he'd be playing that was local, and so it was great. He was an offset. The only reason why I remotely survived staying in this place was because of his support. Okay, room tour, which didn't happen when I went in the first room I stayed here because I didn't remember, and then it was a mess. I'm in the accessibility room, which is good because it's the only room with one actual full mattress. Hello mirror and me. So everything is kind of short, and what they don't realize is I'm kind of short. So kitchenette, which works for me, there's space underneath this one, fridge, microwave, big ass TV. Outside Belgium, this is full window ones because I'm facing the street. So this is what the street of Belgium looks like. It's a bit sad today, but still nicer than most cities. Cupboard. There's a cupboard in the other one, full cupboard, but this is just, that's enough actually. And then the bed. There'll be the desk I work at, and the bed, which takes up a fair bit of the room, which is good. And then the accessible bathroom. So yeah, it's it does the job. It's big. I can move around and make a bit of a mess. There's my towels, yada yada. So yeah, it's nice. Oh, there's two cupboards. I didn't even see that. Rightio, that's pretty good. So the room looks quite big when that happens. Anyway, it's one single bed. The last one it wasn't a mattress, it was single. And I'm sleeping across the middle and I'm sinking in and my back hates me. So hopefully not now. And hopefully that curtain goes the full length this time. So I get complete darkness except for this stupid thing that flicks red. But I'm going to try and get an eye cover. And hopefully the only thing then that's going to piss me off is the fact that this turns itself off, which is bad. And I keep doing this, and it keeps messing with me, and I don't know why. So I wanted to say two things after that chair. Unfortunately, this is a chain, this hotel, so they're in different places, and I've been scared to book it anywhere ever again and go anywhere near there. I want to say a big thank you to the gentleman who did have Belgian school. He told me so much about the culture and the way life was in Belgium, and that was a gift. But it was just so difficult dealing with always being packing up, unpacking, trying to work, when's the... It was a nightmare. And the hallway, which is where you see the little bit of video, was pitch black. So I couldn't see until that light went on. It doesn't look as pitch in the video, but it was pitch black. And I'd never come into a hotel that's that pitch when you go out, or the lights don't come on instantly. Like, you'd wave your hands for 4 seconds and it's still taken a while for it to come on. So this was definitely an unexpected experience, and probably one of the worst handles of COVID in hotels. Like, everything about it, the policy was stupid, the way everything was managed. It was just an alarmist, ridiculous way of reacting. I would like to say to anyone who watches this who does work on hotel front desks, I love you all, you're amazing. But this manager, there are no words for her behaviour that day. I cannot explain to you the venom she had at me. And I'm like, I do not understand. I am a really, really reasonable guest, because I have worked in customer roles back in the day, so I know it can be hard. And the work you guys do, it's constant, and there's an energy that you have to put up there, and you guys do. But this lady, I hope she's literally been moved on, because if she hasn't, she's lost the business. Anyway, Brussels accommodation tour. Sharing is caring.